I'm going to have to apologize in advance for the quality of this video, guys. I'm currently in an Airbnb in the north of Italy. There's a lot of noise outside. I don't have my anti-noise software on because otherwise my laptop overheats. This video comes from one of the live trainings that I recently did. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, AI advancements, how to use AI, etc., I really recommend checking out incomestreamsurfers.com/live training. There'll be a link to that in the description. As you guys know, I'm not really very salesy, so if you want to sign up, it's $7 a week. We don't think it's too expensive. Specifically, keeping it pretty cheap, just because I don't want to overcharge people. Okay, so we're going to be talking about AI agents and how they can help us with SEO today. This video is just going to be a very basic setup video. I'm going to have more videos coming soon on how to use them. But first of all, let's talk a little bit about AI agents. So AI agents work in a very interesting way. And to understand them first, it's best to understand how things like ChatGPT work. So we all know ChatGPT works in a prompt, response, and prompt input kind of way. Okay, so it's you give a prompt, it responds to that prompt, and then if you decide to, you can then prompt again. That's fine, but agents are super interesting. Instead, they work by talking to themselves. So you set a goal, you create a persona, and you set a goal for that persona to achieve. And instead of you giving manual input, it will actually talk to itself until the task has been achieved. Now, I'm going to recommend that you use something called crewai. You don't have to use crewai specifically if you don't want to, but I do think crewai is really, really easy to set up. I don't have any association with them or anything like that. I just think I've tried agents before and it took such a long time to set up that it wasn't really worth it. Instead, crewai is super simple to use. So we're going to be using this GitHub repo here. This is the official crewai GitHub repo. I made a list of things that you need. You need Visual Studio Code, you need Python, you need Git SCM, which allows you to clone GitHub repositories. If you can't be bothered using Git SCM, you can actually just press code and then download zip here and then open that with Visual Studio Code. However, I'm going to be using Git SCM in this video. So we're going to head over to Visual Studio Code. Hopefully you're familiar with Visual Studio Code, or this is going to kind of confuse you a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to go terminal, new terminal, and then we're going to write git clone, control V to paste the GitHub repository, and then we'll just call this crewai video. Okay. So what this is going to do is it's going to clone the crewai GitHub repository into a folder called crewai video. Now, I'm going to have a couple of problems in this video because the internet in this Airbnb is somehow worse than the internet that I had down in southern Italy. So I guess while this is going, it's only on 3% right now. It's doing 49 kilobytes a second, which, I mean, that is just absurd. I'm just going to pause the recording and see how long this takes. Okay, somehow the internet on my phone is actually faster than the internet of the Airbnb, which is completely crazy. Okay, so we are now finished with the git clone. After you've git cloned, you need to cd into the folder you just made. So cd crewai video. And then we'll just do dir, just so we can see what's inside. It looks like everything is inside here. So what we want to do now is we want to do pip install, and these commands are here, which you can find in the description of this video. Let's do pip install crewai, and we're going to have to let that run for quite a long time, so I'll just pause again. Actually, just quickly while this is running, I'm going to do file. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait. This will take a little bit of time, especially if your internet's slow. So yeah, don't worry too much about that. Okay, so I'm actually really glad this happened because I completely forgot about this. You can see it says could not install packages due to OS error, permission denied. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ChatGPT. I'm really happy this happened because this happened in the training as well. And if it had worked this time, then I would have had 1,000 comments saying, oh, I've got this, error. So basically what we're going to do instead is we're going to use, I just realized I put my phone on airplane mode. What am I doing? How did ChatGPT just connect? Wait. Oh, right, it reconnected to the Airbnb internet. Right. I really am an idiot sometimes. I put my phone on airplane mode to not get messages, but... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, give me the commands to start a virtual env on Windows. So we're going to have to start a virtual env here on Python. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this command here, Python -m venv envname. So the envname can be, let's say, crewai. What this is going to do is it's going to create a new folder inside the current directory, which will be our virtual environment. The reason that I'm doing this is because when you start a virtual environment, it basically just gives you all of the permissions that you will ever need to do anything, kind of built into it. So change the name here to the name that you put here, so crewai in this case. We'll hit enter, and then you should see this little green thing here. Then you know that you're inside the virtual environment. Now we're going to run pip install crewai, and this time it will work, and there will not be any permission errors. Okay, so while this is installing, let's talk a little bit about Serper. Now, what Serper does is it connects these agents to the internet. So just go on Google, type in Serper. Another really good thing that Serper does is it gives you 2,300 credits for free. Okay, no affiliate links, guys. Just go on serper.dev and press get 2,500 free inquiries, make an account, and then log into said account that you've just made, like so. Log in, and then you can see if I go on here, I still have 2,292 credits. I haven't paid them a penny, okay, and I've done over 200 Google searches. So once you're on this screen, you can press API key, and you would copy this here. You don't need this just yet, but basically what this does is it connects crewai to the internet, which we'll see in a minute just how important that is. Okay, so again, while this is loading, let's just have a little look at setting up your crew. Right, let me zoom in properly. So what this is here is it's a Python script that will become your app.py within this directory. And you can see here there is researcher equals agent and writer equals agent. So the first thing you have to do is you have to give your personas or create your agents. Okay, so we have a researcher here, and in this video we're only going to use the boilerplate. We're not actually going to go into much detail here. So we have a role, we have a goal, and we have a backstory, and we have tools here, which is why we're going to install crewai tools in just a minute. Once crewai has been installed here, which it now has, we're now going to run pip install crewai tools. So we're going to run that. And what this does here, search tool, is it allows the agent, the researcher agent, to look at the internet, which is obviously pretty important for a researcher. Okay, so then the second one, the writer agent, it doesn't actually have any tools associated with it. What I want you to do is, again, sorry about the background noise, guys. Honestly, I don't know how bad it is. I'll see in a minute. But on the documentation, if you go to tools here, you'll see a long list of tools. Okay, so some of these are very, very interesting. So one of them, for example, XML search tool, okay, allows you to search through sitemaps, which, if you know, Shopify, for example, has very detailed sitemaps, which means you can easily bring in your products, your collections, everything into blog posts, okay, through the XML search tool. So I recommend reading this tool list and deciding what is important for you and what might be useful for you specifically. But basically, all we have to do is press copy here once this is finished installing. So this is finally finished installing. I'm going to press copy up here. I'm going to do File, Open Folder, and I'm going to look for crewai AI video. There it is. So select this folder. I'm going to have to do the venv again, just because I actually don't know how to open the terminal with open a folder with a terminal open without closing the virtual environment, because I'm a complete noob, basically. So we'll activate this venv again. Then what we're going to do is we're going to try and put the code here. I don't actually know where to put the code, just so you know. So we'll do app.py. We'll paste this, okay, and then we'll add another file and we'll do .env, okay. And in this .env, we're going to put OpenAI API Key equals, and we're going to do Serper API Key equals, and then we're just going to check if they're both correct. So we'll go on app.py, scroll up, Serper API Key, Open API Key, perfect. Okay, so we'll go to Serper API, press copy here, and we'll put that here. And then we'll go to OpenAI Playground, and we'll grab an API key here. So we'll go to API keys, create new secret key, random letters like I always do, create secret key. Press copy. I'll be deleting these at the end of this video. Control S. Sorry about the background noise. But how many motorbikes can there possibly be? Like, we'll do Python app.py. And what this is hopefully going to do, if I haven't messed anything up, is it's going to... Okay. Oh, okay, I've just realized that the problem is they're not using .env. So we'll put the OpenAI key here, and we'll put the Serper API key here. And then we'll do Python app.py. Okay, what this is going to do is it's going to create the agent, number one, the research analyst. Then it's going to create the second agent, the writer. And then it's going to conduct a comprehensive analysis of the latest advancements in AI in 2024. And remember, you can just change this. Let's say you're doing latest menswear trends 2024, okay? And then you just change here to the latest. And you can change this to whatever the hell you want, okay? So let's just finish this up real quick. Another thing you can do is you can set the GPT model. If you don't set the GPT model, it will use GPT-4, and you can see that it's already gone over the limit, okay? So I'm going to run this again and hope that it doesn't go over the limit. But you can see here, what you can do is you can edit this out, and you can change this to whatever you want. So now it's using GPT 3.5 Turbo. So if I run this again now, it shouldn't be able to go over the limit, because GPT 3.5 Turbo has a much bigger limit than GPT-4. But now it's trying to research classic menswear. So let's just change this back to the latest advancements in AI in 2024, and run this again. I just want to get one complete run before I finish the video. If you want more videos like this where I show you how to kind of do more with crewai or with agents, please let me know. I personally believe that they're insanely powerful. And yeah, honestly, I'm really excited to see where we can go with this. I've had some really good results so far with through the training with other people who have said this is absolutely crazy what they've done. So yeah, honestly, guys, play around with this. It's super fun. So we can see here, the first thing it does is a comprehensive analysis of the latest advancement in AI, which if you look here, you'll see in the task section, it says conduct a comprehensive analysis of the latest advancements in AI, and the expected output will be a full analysis report in bullet points, which is exactly what it's done here. It will then attempt to write the article based on the information that it has just received. I recommend keeping the changes to this as small as possible to start with, and just try and have some fun putting your niche into this. Then later, when you understand things a little bit more, you can start to play around with this even more. So you can see that we now have a full article with the AI advancements in 2024. You can see that it says multimodal AI, which if you actually look at the research, I'm not going to show you, but if you look at the research, you'll see that one of the things it talks about is multimodal AI. That's it, guys. That's how to get started with agents. I'm really, really excited to see what people can do with this. Honestly, the potential for this is absolutely crazy. You can do all sorts of completely mad things